So let us proceed. Okay. So am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the topic is injection of minority carriers. So by this time you are aware of minority carriers. Yes or no? So in N-type semiconductor, what are the minority carriers?
Holes.
Holes.
Electrons.
In N-type semiconductor, minority carriers are minority carriers.
Holes.
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 In P-type semiconductor, minority carriers are
Electrons.
Electrons.
electrons. Okay, so very good. So we are looking for a topic like injection of minority carriers. How I can inject the minority carriers. Normally minority carriers will be very less in number, no? Okay, so let us see how I can inject the minority carriers. Okay, so I am considering, an N-type semiconductor. Okay, I am considering an N-type semiconductor. So let us say that this is N-type semiconductor. Okay. So what I have done, I have taken an N-type semiconductor. So what is all that you know about the N-type semiconductor? In an N-type semiconductor, majority carriers are electrons. Let me represent that my electrons are at some number here. Okay. Let me represent that my electrons are some number here. Let us say Nn. What is Nn is in an N-type semiconductor concentration of electrons because majority so very larger. Okay. If this is my semiconductor, then electrons are very large in number. So that my minority charge carriers holes, okay, minority charge carriers holes in an N-type semiconductor Pn is given by what? Ni square by Nn. Because Nn is very large, this Pn is very small. So I am representing somewhere here my minority charge carriers in an N-type semiconductor. This is already well known to all of us by this time. Okay. So in an N-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are electrons, minority charge carriers are holes. Fine. Now what I am doing is, okay, I am injecting light on this. Okay, I am allowing some light to fall on this. Okay, I am allowing some light to fall on this such that my energy is always greater than or equal to my energy band gap of the material. Yes or no? Each and every material is going to have its own energy band gap, and I am allowing some light to fall on my semiconductor at one side only. Okay, no uniform illumination. Okay, so it is a non-uniform illumination. So when I allow light to fall on this, okay, when I allow light to fall on this, what is going to happen? Light intensity of light means what? Number of photons that are allowed to fall on your surface of the semiconductor. Okay, so when I am increasing my, when I am allowing my light to fall on this, what is going to happen? What is expected?
Electron is ejected from the surface.
Electron.
Electrons are ejected from the semiconductor.
What is going to happen is electron hole pairs are going to get generated. Okay, yes or no? We have already learned what is this. Each photon is going to break only one covalent bond. Long back ago we have written in our notebooks. Okay, one photon is responsible for breaking of only one covalent bond. If I am having 100 photons, 100 electron hole pairs are being generated. Got my point? So the light you are allowing to fall on your semiconductor is able to create electron hole pairs. Am I right? The light energy, okay, and that too how much energy I am producing? I am producing an energy which is
H.
greater than Eg, but how much energy is required for breaking your covalent bond Eg? So when my energy provided is more than that, my covalent bonds will be getting broken. Okay, so wherever a covalent bond is broken, electron hole pairs are created. Okay, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so electron hole pairs are created means your light is generating electrons as well as holes which are equal in number. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That means suppose if I assume that this majority charge carriers under equilibrium, that means before applying the light, let us say 100, 1000, okay, and let us say that these are some 10, okay, then now because of your newly generated electron hole pairs, suppose if my electron hole pairs are being generated as 100 electrons and 100 holes. For example, if your light is generating 100 electrons and 100 holes, electron hole pairs, okay, right, 100 electron hole pairs are being generated. So then when I add to this 1000 to this 100 electrons generated by your light, okay, it is not making too much difference. Earlier it is 1000, now it is 1100. Okay, earlier it is only 10, now it is 110. Okay, so which is getting influenced compared to the earlier charge carrier concentration is minority charge carriers are getting influenced more than the majority charge carrier concentration. Okay, this point is important. Okay, so this is what is called as a low level injection. Okay, in almost all the applications we will follow the low level injection. Low level injection means the minority charge carriers are getting affected because of your injection of the charge carriers, not the majority charge carriers. Okay, so my majority charge carriers are increasing by only very small number. Okay, though they are equal in number with respect to my holes, but when compared to the majority charge carriers, they are not able to contribute much. Okay, they are not able to influence. Okay, got my point? Okay, so because already I am at 1000, adding 100, okay, adding 100 doesn't make much significance, but I am having only 10. Okay, so my 10 is here. Okay, 100 means I am somewhere here. Okay, so that means huge significance is there with respect to the added minority charge carrier. Okay, so from here onwards, when you allow light to fall on your semiconductor and wait for some time, all the photons are getting onto your surface and your covalent bonds are being broken up. Okay, and assume that 100 electrons and 100 holes are being created. Okay, now you are in steady state. What do I mean by steady state? Now you are there is no more creation of your electrons with respect to time. As time is progressing, after once you turn on your light, your generation of electron hole squares taking place, but at some time it stops. Okay, let us say 100 electrons and 100 holes have been created. Okay, so those are being represented here. Okay, those are being represented here. Okay, now what happens? Now there is no more light. Okay, the influence of applying light has already been done. Generation of 100 electrons and 100 holes. Now what is going to happen when I am moving along my length x? Now what is going to happen? These particular photons are going to get absorbed by your material, and your intensity is going to get reduced. That means your charge carriers are going to diffuse. Okay, or you can understand something like here more electrons are there and inside here less electrons are there. Am I right or not? From here to here earlier only 1000 are there. Now suddenly at this particular edge you found 1100, and when I am moving like this, your concentration is less, concentration gradient is there, so my electrons are going to move through the diffusion process. Okay, and that too they are going to take an exponentially decaying function. Okay, an exponentially decaying function. Okay, even here also. Okay, here earlier same number is there, minority charge carriers, but now the number has got increased, and this side more number of holes are there and this side less number of holes are there. So diffusion is going to take place and it is taking an exponentially decaying function. Okay, so this is how my carriers are going to move inside the material after injection of what I have injected. Actually, though majority charge carriers and the minority charge carriers have been generated at the one end of the surface, but who are being getting influenced more is only the minority charge carriers. So that is why I am saying that injection of minority carriers. Okay, injection of minority carriers. Okay, so in two ways you can inject. One is optical method for allowing light to fall on your semiconductor. Another is electrical method. Okay, that we will see later on. Okay, applying forward bias, reverse bias. Okay, that we will see later on. Okay, so this is an optical method of injection of minority carriers. Is this okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will draw in a much better way rather than this way, whatever I have shown here. Okay, I am showing here. So on x-axis it is a distance x. Okay, on y-axis I am representing it as Pn of x. So how do you understand Pn of x? How do you understand what is Pn of x?
Holes in n types of
Pn of x is total hole concentration at any distance x. Yes or no? If my y-axis is Pn of x and my x-axis is x distance, so at any distance, okay, I can find out what is my hole concentration and what type of holes they are, the minority charge carriers in your n type. So Pn means in an n type holes as a function of x. Okay, so I am focused only on the minority charge carriers. Why? Because majority charge carriers are not getting influenced. We are always preferring low level injection. Okay, so in the low level injection, minority charge carriers are going to get influenced. Okay, so I am trying to see how does my minority charge carriers are going to get varied as a function of x. Okay, right. So this is my total hole concentration, okay, as a function of x. Okay, as a function of x, right. Suppose I have not applied any light at all. How many holes are there in your n-type semiconductor? How many holes are there in your n-type semiconductor? You have not applied any light. That means we are in the thermal equilibrium. I hope you can remember thermal equilibrium means applying no external excitation, right? So when I am applying light means you are disturbing your equilibrium. So when you don't disturb your equilibrium before applying your light, how many holes are there in your n-type semiconductor? How many holes are there? Pn. To represent that it is belonging to an equilibrium, I am writing like this. What is the meaning of this? Holes in an n-type semiconductor under equilibrium. Okay, holes in an n-type semiconductor under equilibrium. So how many holes are there before applying my light? Pn naught. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After applying, after applying, let us say that, okay, there are some increase in your holes. Apart from this, already available Pn naught. Before applying light, there are some number, that is Pn naught. After applying, the number has got increased. Let us say that that increase is by an amount of Pn naught dash. So what is Pn naught dash is? Pn naught dash is optically generated minority charge carrier holes in an electron at x is equal to 0. Okay, at x is equal to 0, and that too in steady state. Okay, my holes are not keep on increasing with time. Okay, after some time, okay, after some time, so light has fallen, all the energy has been absorbed by your material, and your electron hole pairs have been generated, and after once you come to the steady state. See, steady state means something not varying with respect to time. Okay, steady state means not varying with respect to time. Okay, so if it is varying with respect to time, I don't call it as steady state. Okay, so after allowing your light to fall on your semiconductor, after some time, okay, steady state excess minority carrier concentration generated due to your light, okay, optically generated excess minority carrier concentration at x is equal to 0. In particular, x is equal to 0 means what? At which point you have applied your light. Okay, so the point at which you have applied your light, you have found out some generation of excess carriers. Excess carriers, I am telling. Excess compared to what? Excess compared to this. Earlier only this many number of holes are there, but now I have created excess carriers in addition to this. Anything above thermal equilibrium represents excess carriers. So this number is representing your excess carriers. Okay. So at x is equal to 0, okay, at x is equal to 0, how many holes are there in your n-type semiconductor? At x is equal to 0, how many holes are there in your n-type semiconductor? At x is equal to 0, up to here, Pn naught holes are there, and from here to here, Pn naught dash are there. So at x is equal to 0, the total number of holes present in your n-type semiconductor, okay, is not only your thermal equilibrium hole concentration, but also the excess holes that are being generated due to your light. Okay, so Pn of 0, okay, at x is equal to 0, I can write it as thermal equilibrium value plus newly generated excess carriers. How I am representing? Pn naught dash. Okay, Pn naught dash. Is this okay? In particular, at x is equal to 0. Yes or no? Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but is it not that this p n naught dash is going to vary as I am moving along the x-axis? Yes, it is going to vary. And how it is going to vary? It is going to decay exponentially. Okay, it is going to decay exponentially. Let me represent this as delta p of x. Okay, delta p of x. What do I mean by delta p of x? Excess carriers. Okay, what type of excess carriers? Excess carriers are holes. Okay, variation of excess carriers in an n-type semiconductor as a function of x. Okay, as a function of x, of course in steady state only. Okay, steady state means it is independent of time. Yes, it is also independent of time, but it is varying with respect to x. Okay, right? So at x is equal to 0, my excess carriers that are being generated are this. Okay, and from x is equal to 0 onwards, for x greater than 0, this p n naught dash is decaying exponentially. That I have represented it as delta p of x. Okay, delta p of x, right? So now if I ask you to write what is p n of x, okay, p n of x, what is p n of x? Hole concentration in an n-type semiconductor as a function of x. Okay, so what it is given by?
Delta px.
Don't forget this thermal equilibrium value also. Initially this was there. Okay, initially this was there. We are doing anything else above on top of this. Okay, there are already some number fixed and we are not doing anything to that. And in addition to this, we are creating excess carriers, and that excess carriers is in turn decaying with respect to x. Okay, so I can say that initially there are the thermal equilibrium value and there is some carriers which are varying with respect to x, because I am looking at with respect to x. So it is initially there and that is being getting added, which is varying with respect to x. Okay, right? What is this delta px? I can write. Okay, if you have already learned about the exponentially decaying function, how it normally looks like. Okay, I can write this delta px as p n naught dash into e power minus x by lp. Okay, right? So I can write delta px as, it is an exponentially decaying function. Okay, if you have learned in your network theory, okay, I'll write exponentially decaying function as a into e power minus x by tau or t. Okay, e power minus xt, you might have learned in your network theory, right? Exponentially decaying function. Okay, the same I have got here, p n naught dash into e power minus x by lp. Okay, where lp is diffusion length of, okay, where lp is the diffusion length of holes. Okay, diffusion length of holes. Is this okay? Is this okay
Yes,
so
sir.
far? Okay, so what is p n naught? So what is p n naught?
Holes in n-type semiconductor at equilibrium.
Holes in n-type at thermal equilibrium. Okay, then what is p n naught dash? P n
Optically
naught,
generated minority charge carriers at x is equal to 0.
very good. In steady state, you should not forget to mention in steady state. Okay, right. Then what is delta p of x?
Variation of excess charge carriers with respect to x.
Okay, variation of excess charge carriers with respect to x, again in steady state. Okay, because if you don't mention steady state, it is going to become complicated. Okay, if something is varying both with respect to x as well as both with respect to t, it is very difficult to understand. Okay, so that is why we will take steady state condition only. Okay, what is this lp is?
Diffusion length of holes.
Diffusion length of holes. Okay, what is diffusion length means? Diffusion length means the average distance traveled by your carriers, either electrons or holes, before recombination in its lifetime. Okay, before they die, how much distance they can travel. Okay, average. I'm not saying exact. Okay, average distance traveled by your carriers before recombination in its lifetime. Okay, so that is what is diffusion length. Okay, they are going to decay. Okay, e power minus x. Okay, for example, at x is equal to lp, what is my excess carrier concentration? At x is equal to lp, what is my excess carrier concentration? Excess carrier concentration,
p n naught.
no, delta p of x is equal to p n naught dash into e power minus x by lp. At x is equal to lp, what is the number? Excess
0.
carrier. No, x is equal to lp. LP gets cancelled, e power minus 1. So 1 by eth times of P n naught dash. What is P n naught dash? Excess carriers. The excess carriers are getting reduced, and they are reducing to up to a value that is 1 by eth times of my excess carriers that are generated. Okay, so that means this distance x is equal to LP is saying that at that particular distance your excess generated carriers are going to reduce to almost 1 by a at the time of the excess carriers that are generated. Okay, that is what is the meaning of diffusion length. Okay, so whenever you take your length of your semiconductor, don't see that it is much greater than your diffusion length. If you take much greater than your diffusion length, what is going to happen? All your charge carriers are going to get recombined before reaching that particular diffusion length. But unlike that, if you take the length much less than diffusion length, because diffusion length is the length, okay, at which your charge carriers are going to recombine or die in its lifetime, then you can say that your charge carriers are alive. Okay, they are not going to get recombined and die. Okay, right. Is this okay so far? So this is a very important point. So what is happening is, the point here is, takeaway point here is, when the minority charge carriers are injected, okay, when the minority charge carriers are injected, before injection, what is the minority charge carriers present? P and not. After injection, they have got increased. Okay, let us say suppose these are 10 in number, these are 100 in number. Okay, so now earlier my number is 10, my minority charge carriers at thermal equilibrium 10. Because of the light, electron hole pair generated, and let us say that 100 holes are being created. So this P n naught dash is 100. So total is at x is equal to 0, 10 plus 100, that is 110. Okay, and this 100 are going to decay exponentially. Okay, here it is 99, 98, 97 and so on, they are going to decay. Okay, and at what distance they are going to become 1 by eth times of this 100 at x is equal to LP. So that LP is called as diffusion length of the holes. Okay, is this fine? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in a similar lines we can extend to your P type also. Okay, in a similar line we can extend to our P types also very quickly. Okay, you only can tell me what exactly a symmetric way that we can write for P type. In a P type semiconductor, what are majority carriers and minority carriers? In a P type,
Majority holes.
in a P type semiconductor, in a P type semiconductor, majority carriers are holes. So PP in a P type semiconductor, holes which are majority, very larger in number. Okay, then minority charge carriers in the P type, electrons. So electrons in P type, that is minority charge carriers. Now you allowed your light to fall on your P type semiconductor. What happens? Electron hole pair generation takes place. Electron hole pair generation means there are some number of holes that are being generated, the same number of electrons that are being generated. But because majority means very larger in number, adding a small number to a large number doesn't make any difference. But adding a larger number to a small number makes some difference. So that is why my minority carriers are getting influenced. Okay, minority carriers are getting influenced, but not the majority carriers. Okay, so how do my minority charge carriers are going to vary? My minority charge carriers are going to vary as a function of x. Okay, as a function of x, how they are going to vary? Initially, when you have not applied light, what is the available electrons? Initially, when
NP naught.
NP naught. Okay, NP naught. Okay, naught is representing equilibrium. Okay, electrons in P type under equilibrium. This many number of electrons are already there before applying light. Okay, after applying light, we would like to see that how does my electrons in the P type are going to vary as a function of x. That is what is NP of x. So what is NP of x? N means electrons in a P type as a function of x. Okay, N means electrons in a P type as a function of x. Okay, before applying light, how many electrons are there? NP naught. Okay, suppose after applying, how many electrons may be present? Excess concentration of electrons. How do I represent?
N dash P naught.
N dash P naught. Okay, so this N dash P naught is representing what? Optically generated excess electron concentration at x is equal to 0 in steady state. Okay, at x is equal to 0 in steady state. Okay, at x is equal to 0, how many excess carriers that you have generated using your light? NP naught dash is the number that you have generated using your light. If you have not applied the light, how many were available? NP naught were available. And these are minority carrier, these are the thermal equilibrium, and these are generated optically. Okay. And when I write NP naught, what is that I can write? NP naught. That means at x is equal to 0. What is that I can write? Equilibrium value NP naught plus excess carriers
N
that
dash P naught.
excess carriers that I have generated. Okay. Excess carriers that I have generated. Okay. Okay. This is the scenario at x is equal to 0. But these excess carriers are going to decay exponentially as I am going to move along the x-axis. And let me represent this with exponential function as delta n of x. Okay. So what is delta n of x is representing? Excess minority carrier concentration, those are electrons in p type, as a function of x. Exactly at x is equal to 0, it is straight away n p naught dash only, some number, and that number is decaying as a function of x. That function I am representing it as delta n of x. Okay. So that what is that I can write for my np of x? Np of x I can write it as np naught thermal equilibrium value plus carriers
Delta NX.
plus carriers which are varying as a function of x, delta n of x. But I know how to write an exponentially decaying function. How do I write exponentially decaying function? Before I start, okay, at t is equal at x is equal to 0, how many carriers are there? Np naught dash. Okay, np naught dash. These are going to decay exponentially, so I can say that e power minus x by ln. What is this ln is?
Average distance traveled by the charge before its recombination in its lifetime.
Very good. So simply I'll call it as diffusion length of electrons. Okay, diffusion length of electrons. Okay, ln is diffusion length of electrons, right? So this is what with respect to my p-type semiconductor. In p-type, electrons are the minority charge carriers, and how do the minority charge carriers are going to diffuse? Okay, what mechanism I can say that why it is exponentially decaying? What mechanism I can attribute to this behavior? Diffusion. Okay, so injection of minority carriers and diffusion of the minority charge carriers. Okay, so whenever you are injecting, what is normally expected is a diffusion of charge carriers is going to take place. Okay, and that too, what type of diffusion? An exponentially decaying diffusion is going to take place. Is this okay? Fine. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me write what is ln is given by root over dn into tau n. Lp is given by root over dp into tau p. What is tau n or tau p?
Time where
No, tau n is a lifetime of, okay, lifetime of electrons. Okay, lifetime of electrons. Tau p is lifetime of holes. Okay, lifetime of holes. Okay, lifetime of holes. Is this okay? Tau n means lifetime. Okay, how much time I can live? Okay, so lifetime of electrons is tau n, lifetime of holes is tau p. I can live means what? Before getting recombination. Okay, before getting recombination. Okay, so electron hole pair has got generated. Okay, but if I recombine, I'm no more. Okay, how much time I can be alive? Okay, that is what is tau n, lifetime of your electrons, tau p, lifetime of your holes. Ln, diffusion length of the electrons, diffusion length of the holes. Okay, up to what distance? Okay, majority of your carriers are going to be not recombining in its lifetime. Okay, okay. So is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then we'll keep another heading, generation and recombination process. What is the time now?
10:33.
Okay. So let us keep the heading as generation and recombination process. Okay. Generation and recombination. I think we have already learned about this generation and recombination. Yes or no? Generation and recombination process. Okay. So So what do you mean by suppose I am having my conduction band here, okay, my valence band here, my conduction band, my valence band. When I'll say that there is a generation of electron hole pairs, generation process. What do you mean by generation process? Generation process means generation of
electron hole pair.
electron hole pairs. Okay, electron hole pairs. That is giving birth to your electrons and holes. Recombination means
Electron combining, free electron combining with hole.
Okay, process of annihilation. Okay, process of annihilation. Okay, of electron hole pairs. That is death. Okay, so that is death. Is this fine? So whenever my valence electron here, okay, is going to move on to here, it is going to become a free electron and it is going to become a hole. Okay, so this is what is generation. Yes or no? So this is what is the generation. My electron in the valence band have jumped onto the conduction band, so it has become a free electron. There is a hole here. So electron hole pair generation. Recombination means what? Recombination means this generated free electron in the conduction band is going to live for some time. How much time? How much time? Tau n, lifetime of your electron. Yes or no? How much time it is going to live? Tau n. Okay, after tau n, okay, after traveling, okay, after staying live, okay, after tau n, it is going to get recombined with the hole. So that means this is what is recombination. So before the generated electron in the conduction band, it gets recombined. How much time it is in the conduction band is what is your lifetime of the electrons. Okay, is what is the lifetime of your electrons. Is this okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me define two terms. One is generation rate and the another is recombination rate. Generation rate means what? Generation process, that is okay. Rate means what? Rate means
with respect to time.
Generation rate means with respect to time how many, okay, how fast I am generating. Okay, rate means with respect to time. So how fast I am generating, generation rate. Okay, so generation rates can be of two types. Okay, thermal generation and optical generation. Okay, thermal generation and optical generation. Okay, generation rate means number of electron hole pairs per unit volume per unit time. Just I am dividing with time. Generation rate. At what rate? Per second, how many electron hole pairs are generated? Okay, whether I am generating 10 per second or 100 per second, the rate is telling that. Okay, generation rate, it can be of two types. One is thermal generation, that means due to temperature. Okay, if at all an electron hole pairs are generating, and that generation rate I will call it as GTH, generation rate due to thermal. Optical generation rate I will call it as GL. Okay, generation due to the optical energy. Okay, optical generation rate I'll represent with GL. Okay, right? So what is GTH? GTH is given by minority carrier concentration by the time or lifetime. Okay, so what is the minority carrier concentration in thermal equilibrium case? Minority carrier concentration, if I consider an n type, okay, let us consider an n type. Okay, so in an n type, minority carriers are P, so P and naught, minority carrier concentration by, okay, because due to the thermal equilibrium, due to the thermal nature, that means due to the temperature, what type of electron hole pairs are generated? Nothing but your equilibrium electron hole pairs are generated. So my electron hole concentration in n type is this divided by lifetime, that is tau p.
Tau p.
Tau p. Okay, if I consider the optical generation, okay, it is varying as a function of x. Okay, it is varying as a function of x. Okay, so what it is given by minority carrier concentration. What is the minority carrier concentration?
NP naught.
No, delta p of x as a function of x. I am considering as a function of x. No, GL of x, generation rate. Okay, tau p, delta p of x by lifetime. What is lifetime?
Tau p.
Tau p. So this is what is the optical generation rate. This is what is the thermal generation rate. Okay. So generation rate means number of electron hole pairs per unit volume per unit time. Recombination rate means number of electron hole pairs recombined, okay, per unit volume per unit time. Okay, so very simple, as simple as that. Okay, right? Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
So at x is equal to 0, what is that I can write? At x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0, what is that I can write? Delta p of 0. What is delta p of 0? Anyone? Delta p of 0. Excess
P n
carriers
dash
at p n dash naught. Very good. So p n dash naught divided by tau. Okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then so can I replace what is delta px? I can write gl of x. Okay, I am writing here. Okay, what is delta px? I can write so gl of x is equal to delta p of x. What is delta p of x? P n naught
P n
dash
dash
e power
U.
minus x by lp divided by tau p. Okay, so that is equal to what is that I can write? What is this p n naught dash by tau p? I can write
GL with respect to x.
gl of 0. Okay, e power minus x by lp. So that is what is gl of x. Okay, we will proceed further. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you all. Thank you all. You can leave now.